Hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome back to Sleeping Dogs. We are walking around Hong Kong. So this time we are in Kennedy Town. Somehow the Kennedy Town apartment is the fanciest. I wonder if it is... So it's the biggest, right? The Kennedy Town apartment is the biggest, but it might not be the most expensive. The one in Central might be most expensive, just because property prices in Central are super high, right? But this is a big-ass apartment. Up on the side of the hill with great views. Let's just check out the views, shall we? There's nothing here, by the way. There's no like chair or anything. There's no tables or chairs. It's just like nothing space. Alright, so the view from the house... not remarkable really, it's just other houses. It's mostly other buildings. Okay. I mean, it's better than the view from most houses in Hong Kong. And one of the things with building on the hillside is that you kind of get a decent view. But that of course makes the apartments more expensive, right? Alright, what else do we want to say about the house? Not much really. Big balconies, man. Like an apartment like this, super expensive in Hong Kong. Insanely expensive. You can have like 10 families living in here. It's so crowded in Hong Kong. I keep saying it, but I just want you to understand how crowded it is in Hong Kong. You can have 10 families in here. Alright. Let's grab the gun. And let's go for a walk, shall we? Garage. Alright, so these are rich people, they own cars. Which is uncommon in Hong Kong. Most people don't own cars. It's not like there aren't any cars, but you know, most people can't afford them. If you're like some sort of professional and you make enough money, you can have a car. Kennedy Town looks like mostly a residential suburb. Although a residential suburb in Hong Kong is that, right? It's not American suburbs where it's just individual houses. No. A suburb in Hong Kong is like towers and towers and towers, but they're all residential. There's smaller stuff in front. It's not all crazy. HK Speedy Bus? That's not what Hong Kong buses are called. So, where should we go? Kennedy Town is one of the smaller places. So let's say we go around. Let's go to the Kennedy Docks. We go around, and maybe we stay off the main freeway. Check out the Kennedy Docks, and then come around here, and then come back here maybe, and then we go up to Victoria Peak. Oh, there's Tu Chen's house. We've been in there in the game. I don't know if it's worthwhile seeing that again. So Kennedy Town and whatchamacallit, Aberdeen. Aberdeen, they're smaller than Central and North Point. What is this, by the way? Oh god. Houses? Can I like climb into this guy's house or no? No. So these are moderately expensive houses. I mean, they're quite expensive actually. Right. Some older residential buildings. Is that residential? I think it is. So the ones with no balconies, they're a bit older, right? The newer stuff usually have balconies. Because, you know, people like balconies. We have some shops down the bottom, houses up top. You'll notice the commercial activity is less intense here. Which, as we said, a residential suburb, not a commercial center. Oh hey, a health shrine. Let's go grab that. The docks are down there, right? Let me grab this first. So there's the docks there. I don't think there are docks in... Like, there's docks everywhere in the game. I'm not sure there are docks in Kennedy. Hey, there's a ramp here. I should get into a car and try and jump this. What's happening here? So this, you like jump straight onto the highway, right? Yeah, okay. I understand. Those would be quite expensive apartments, I think. They look expensive. Not super expensive, but pretty expensive. Especially since it's quieter out here, right? It's less densely populated. Less noise. I mean, this is as close to a quiet suburb as you'll get in Hong Kong. Like, this is as quiet as it gets. If I can figure out how to get down to the waterfront. Oh, that's interesting. So what's over here? This is the other road. Okay, looking for a way to get across the road. I don't understand, like, I'm not pressing the buttons any differently. Sometimes he jogs and sometimes he sprints. And I have no idea why. I'm not pressing any extra buttons.
Hello, Mr. Wei.
Hey, how do you know who I am? Okay, so there's a dock over there. Gok Fu Ma Tao. International Fortune Ship Dock. I mean, that's not a real dock. I'm just gonna check if there is a there's a fly on my screen and it's... Hold on, let me just... Right. Kennedy Town. Kennedy Town, Hong Kong. Interesting. So yeah, you see it's a bunch of towers. If you look at the Wikipedia images, it's mostly residential apartment towers. Oh hey, there is a waterfront. Kennedy Town is an area at the western end of Saiwan on Hong Kong Island in Hong Kong, named after Arthur Edward Kennedy. I don't care about Kennedy. Tell me about western boundary of the city of Victoria. Victoria city boundary. I mean, none of these make sense anymore. Like the old city. Like the whole of Hong Kong is just one big metropolis now, right? Got streets, we got housing, private housing. Two of the earliest public housing estates in Hong Kong are located in Kennedy Town, Saiwan, Kwan Long Lao. I don't know, I'm not sure, probably translating that wrong. More recent luxury residential developments includes the Merton, completed in 2005. Manhattan Heights, year 2000. Approximately 138 developments in the area. Following the new MTR extension, new land for potential property developments in the district is in high demand. Alright, so it used to be like a sleepy suburb, but they joined up the subway system. So now everybody wants to come live here. Like once the transport improves, right, everybody wants to live here. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Transport. The western terminus of the tramways is located in Kennedy Town. Mass Transit Railway. So, that's Kennedy Town? What about the waterfront? Waterfront? What does the Kennedy Town waterfront look like? Belcher Bay Promenade. Looks like that. There shouldn't be like a major port here because it's like, first of all, the traffic connections were not great until recently, and it's a residential place, so there shouldn't be anything industrial here. And as you can see, the waterfront, it's all just recreation. We don't see any container ports like in the game. Yeah, no, there's no container ports. Alright, so the stuff in the game is purely fictional. This here? This is fiction. Oh hey, there's loot over there. Let's go grab that. What the hell was that? It's a bird? So this is purely ornamental, right? It's not a functioning port or anything. Nope. Okay, look, the loot is up there. Do we jump across from there or no? Look at that. There's a, alright, I get it. So there's that there, there's that there. There's that over there as well. And let me just look around. Right. Town, the buildings aren't really tall enough, are they? If you remember the pictures, it's like more closely packed together and the buildings are taller. Right, there's loot over there, there's also guys to beat up. And then on top of those containers. There aren't really any ships. And by the way, like modern container ships are huge. look around a little bit. Alright, not much going on there. While we're here, let's take a look. Kennedy Town, I mean it's not... Alright, that's the real one. There's more buildings in the real one. But there's not enough buildings here and they're too short. Right, right. Not sure why they decided to put a container port here. I guess they need some gameplay stuff. Ow. I guess they need some gameplay stuff. Like there's a fight club. Maybe it doesn't make sense to have a fight club inside a residential project. Or maybe it would, you know. I think there was like a mission thing here as well. One of the story missions was in here, wasn't it? I guess they needed something for the story. As we keep saying, the game is obviously a very, very small, compressed version of Hong Kong. And so just to have enough industrial buildings for the game to take place in, they have to put in extra industrial areas where they don't exist in the real world. I guess that's what's happening. Right, like a lot of the action happens in industrial areas. But actually Hong Kong is not a big industrial city. Hong Kong is a commercial city. I think there's some industrial stuff, but not much, to be honest. And like these crime stories, I guess they don't fit into the commercial areas. Although they could, I feel like maybe. Let me think about that. Because at the start of the game, we were doing extortion, right? Like there was the market, the night market and the extortion, like that stuff makes sense in Hong Kong. Plenty of markets in Hong Kong. So like up in Soho, spas, shops. So crime would happen in places like that in Hong Kong. I mean the thing is, in the real world, crime is only a small part of the economy of Hong Kong, right? It's not like there's crime everywhere all the time. Whereas in the game is all about crime, and so in the game there's crime everywhere all the time. And I guess the Hong Kong in the game has to accommodate that extra crime by having extra industrial areas. No, it's because my control scheme is somehow awful. I'm actually trying to walk like a normal person, but the game automatically does that. It's not my fault. Fat Gaiman. Have I explained Fat Gaiman? So chickens don't see very well at night. Something about the way their eyes work. So like during the night in the dark, chickens just don't see very well. They can't see you. So chicken blindness. Gai man, gai is chicken, mang is the blindness. It's like strictly speaking, it's used to describe somebody who doesn't see well at night. I think if you have like a vitamin something, if you don't eat your carrots, you have trouble seeing at night. So you know, like night blindness is a real thing. And in Cantonese we call it gai man. Fat gai man. Fat is, well, fat could be a number of things. Fat could be rich, but fat could also be like something occurring, something happening. So Fat gai man, did you get like a case of chicken blindness? Anyways, there's a long explanation for something that's kind of obscure, right? Basically, it's saying, "Are you blind?" Right? That's the basic translation is, "Are you blind?" All right, cool. Kennedy Town seems kind of boring, huh? I'm not sure there's too much for us to say or to look at in Kennedy Town. I mean, there's not real docks. The thing is, you know, Kennedy Town, it's a new development, relatively speaking, right? It's only recently that it's only the past couple of decades that the subway has come in, and so then all these towers started going up. So before that, it was like a sleepy suburb with bad traffic access. And because it's so recent, there's not much history going on. Like there's no depth, there's no history, there's no culture. It's just new apartments. Because you know, in order for a place to develop a character, it needs to have been around for a long time. You need people living there, doing stuff for a long time. And then it starts to develop its own distinct personality, distinct culture, right? So that stuff takes time, whereas Kennedy Town has not been popular for long enough for that history to exist. It's all new. Kind of like a lot of places in China now these days, actually. China with the rapid economic development. There's also a lot of new places. I mean, they're new, and they're like shiny and new and everything, with all the latest features, but they haven't had time to develop any personality. But you know, stuff like that, you just gotta give it time. But right in the game, it's just not that interesting, Kennedy Town. It's kind of like, you know, suburbs. It is a suburb. Like a new suburb. It's got that like slightly sterile feeling to it. It hasn't been around for long enough. What the hell is that? Is that iconic? And also, what's this? There's like a courthouse. But that's just a copy of the central police station. Look at that. Hong Kong police. Oh, interesting. The other one they call it Hong Kong prison, but there's the R&R. Yeah, this is just like a copy of the other building. So that's not something in Kennedy Town. What's going on here? Basketball court? Over there, what does that say? Hong Kong Cemetery. Oh, there's a cemetery in the game, right. Where are we? Right, let's go check out the cemetery, right? Since we're here. Right, Health Shrine. So Hong Kong Cemetery, I don't think it's a real place. In the game, we buried Uncle Po, right? And there was a big gunfight in the cemetery. Seems disrespectful. Super I've talked about that. It's the butt ghost. The ghost that haunts people's butts. It's like a pervert, basically. It's not an actual ghost, but like a pervert who likes to touch people's butts. This is super Okay, so is there a Hong Kong cemetery? I don't think there is. Super It's somebody who likes to touch people's butts. Hong Kong Cemetery, Hillside Cemeteries, Hong Kong Cemetery? Oh, there is an actual Hong Kong cemetery? Hold on, let me open it here. Where is Hong Kong Cemetery? It is not in Kennedy Town, it is actually near Central. So North Point is there, Central's there, it's kind of between North Point and Central, up the side of the mountain. Kennedy Town's around here. Well, this is Kennedy Town there, and we're kind of like here. Formerly Hong Kong Happy Valley Cemetery, before that Hong Kong Colonial Cemetery. One of the early Christian cemeteries in Hong Kong dating to its colonial era, beginning in 1845. Located beside the racecourse at Happy Valley, along with the Jewish cemetery, Hindu cemetery, Parsi, St. Michael's Catholic, and the Muslim cemetery. Public cemetery managed by the Food and Environmental Hygiene Department. Oh, interesting, it's government run. 79 scattered Commonwealth burials of the First World War, 62 from the Second World War. Protestant cemetery, number of locations. Remains in the Protestant cemetery have been disinterred to make way for road developments and have been placed in niches in an ossuary, which continues to be used for contemporary cremations. The niches provide basic information on each individual. They had to build a road, and they chose to build it through the Protestant cemetery. Pretty basic, huh? Gravestones. Rather unremarkable, judging by the photos. I don't know how big this is either. Happy Valley is there. Oh. Happy Valley. By the way, the Chinese name is horse racing place. How about they? Horse racing place. And this is the horse racing place right there. I said earlier that gambling is heavily regulated. That's a cemetery. And horse racing is one of the few forms of gambling that are allowed to the general public. So there's a cemetery, pretty packed, huh? But I mean, in a big city like Hong Kong, cemeteries fill up pretty quick. Is that... what's going on there? That's kind of messy. What happened there? Anyway, can't see very much from a distance. Can we get on the road? Ah. Okay, it's back there. Not very well maintained, huh? There's a little gate. It's walled off. Chinese people are superstitious, as we said. They consider it a bad luck to look at graves. I mean, it's just because it feels bad, right? People don't want to look at graves. And so it's walled off. 他朝君體也相同. A gentleman from another time still has the same body. I think is what that means. I'm trying to read that. 今久區歸故土. Today I don't mind returning to the earth. I think is what that says. Like, don't quote me on this. Oh, so this is like a couplet. So this one first and then this one. Today I don't mind returning to the earth because even like no matter what time and who you are, everybody is the same. So everybody dies. So basically everybody dies, so I don't mind. Is what that says, I believe. It might come from a famous passage. I'm not sure, I don't recognize it. Anyway, there's the grave. The cemetery, I mean. What's going on? Why did it do that? No, dude. Okay. So this Hong Kong cemetery in the real world. Let's check out the game. I mean, this big ass road is already unrealistic. In the real world, it's just next to the highway, right? There's not enough space in Hong Kong to waste on a big windy road like this. Like, look at all this space that's not being built up. It's pretty unlikely in Hong Kong. I'm like, look at this. Why is there so much open space? Why don't you build a house here or something? Why don't you build another apartment tower here? Although, again, people wouldn't want to live near the cemetery, so the property prices around here would be lower. A lot of people believe in ghosts in Hong Kong. My mom believes in ghosts. And my auntie believes in ghosts. I guess they're from the same family. I mean, it's silly, right? I don't know. People and their superstitions. Yeah, so this big ass building? No way. You saw the cemetery in the real world. It's very basic. Like, Chinese people just don't do this sort of thing. Like, they don't make a big deal out of dead people. I mean, there's like every year, Qingming, there's like a festival, Qingming festival you're supposed to like tidy up your ancestors' graves. So there's that, so there's like a festival for the dead. To remember the dead. But Chinese people, like big buildings like this, we don't really do that. Like big mausoleums. I guess it's just too expensive in Hong Kong. I mean, maybe in other places they might. What? Oh, come on. What's that? Another gun? Can I get it back? Okay, so in the story we were in here. Can I get back in here? Yes, we can. Nice. No. No to the giant coffin. Land prices are so high, nobody can afford to be buried in a coffin. Like, nobody can afford a gravesite that big. Most people these days are cremated, and then they just spread the ash wherever, and they just don't have it because it's too expensive. It's so expensive. It's crazy how expensive it is. Like a little niche in the wall is like tens of thousands of dollars. It's insane how expensive it is. So people just like, and they can't afford the coffin either. This thing is expensive. Yeah, no, like, unless you're super wealthy. Unless you're literally a billionaire. So this is more like it. This is more like it. And even this sort of stuff is expensive. So what happens is you get cremated, and you get a little niche. So behind the behind each of these little tablets, there's a niche, and then there's the the ashes of the dead person. So even this is super expensive, and people don't keep this here forever. Like they rent a niche for a number of years, and then afterwards you have to take it out, and you have to like, and they rent the niche to somebody else, and then you have to take it somewhere else. Or they just, so even the niche, you don't buy it for perpetuity, you rent it for a number of years, right? I mean, you can buy it, but it's gonna cost you a lot of money. It's your butt ton of money. Steps are uneven. I don't know if that's accurate. I guess if you don't maintain it very well. Can we read these? How Jimo, but there's a name, the grave of that person, and then there's like a date. Something using. Okay, so there's just a gravestone. I don't know if they copied this. Mogula. The Grave Maiden? Wait a minute. This is I think that's an urban legend, like a spooky ghost story. Because that's not a real person, that's not a name. So the name there is Grave Maiden. Which is more like a ghost story than an actual name, right? That's not an actual name. This is the copy of the other side. And they just copy and paste in gravestones, okay. Yeah, it's this like 3 or 4 gravestones and they just copy and pasting. And also the gravestones are too far apart. In reality, they'll be packed really close together, because again, land prices are expensive. This is more for the gameplay. You use graves as cover for your gun battle. In reality, they'll be packed really close together. The grave is on a hillside, like the real one, like the real Hong Kong cemetery, right? It's just a lot smaller, and a lot fewer graves. But in terms of the layout of it, it's on the hillside, so that's kind of accurate. Kind of. Not accurate, but like vaguely similar. hell is that? There's a lot of text, but they don't really belong all in the same grave. They just took text from all the other stuff and they just kind of mushed it all together. Alright, so that's the Hong Kong cemetery as it is portrayed in the game. Pretty unremarkable. Kind of similar to the real one in the sense that it's on a hillside. Wait, what? Or you can break these? Okay then. Those are breakable. Okay, so back out of the cemetery. We wanna come up here, maybe take a look at Two Chin's house, and then we're gonna go up to Victoria Peak, right? Well, maybe not yet, hold on. Kennedy Town. We went around in a big circle. Let's go to Two Chin's house, come down here, take a look at the streets down the middle, and then we'll go to Victoria Peak. Don't wanna miss anything. I don't think there's anything special there, but let's make sure we don't miss anything. I mean, this road doesn't really go anywhere. It's curious that they put this road here. So it suggests that the cemetery is somehow far away from the city, right? But really in Hong Kong it's not. In Hong Kong the cemetery really is not far away from the city, it's like right next to the city. Because everything's so cramped. So it's a little strange that they do this. Like, I know in a lot of places. In a lot of places the cemetery will be somewhere outside the city, or somewhere further away. But that's really not how it is in Hong Kong. The styling of the gate is a little strange. I'm not sure. I don't think the real gate has anything like that. As we read in Wikipedia, the real Hong Kong cemetery is multi-denominational, right? There's a whole lot of different religions. And a lot of them aren't even Hong Kong or Chinese religions. A lot of them are like Western religions. So having like a Chinese style gate doesn't really make sense for Hong Kong cemetery because it's not a Chinese cemetery. It's specifically a Western European cemetery. Although the Muslims are also there. A foreigner cemetery. Alright, so back in Kennedy Town, we have apartments, more and more apartments. So Tu Chin is one of the gang bosses, one of the Fun on ye bosses.
細路驚就走先啦！
Can I glitch my way in? No? No, I can't glitch my way in. Silo means child. 驚就走先. If you're scared, then go home. Or leave. Like, if you're scared, then leave.
揾定人幫你收屍啦！
揾啲人幫你收屍。收屍 C is corpse. 揾定人 find somebody to collect your corpse. Which is implying that he's gonna kill you. So you better find somebody to come collect your corpse. So Tu Chin is has a lot of money, right? Because he's a gang boss. He's got himself a little mansion up in the mid levels, up in the hillside. And there's a bunch of other apartments here too. Like rich luxury apartments. You don't even call them apartments, right? Like I think that would be called a house. In Hong Kong you would call that a house, even though it technically is an apartment. But it's so small that it's like they call it a house. Houses like these are very expensive in Hong Kong. I have to climb in, huh? Big winding driveway, like a lot of space is being wasted. Can I climb up? Ah, here we go. Oh man. House like this? Insanely expensive in Hong Kong. There aren't that many houses. Like this in Hong Kong. Should we look it up? Can't go inside. Let's go look it up, right? Let's go crazy. Let's say luxury house Hong Kong. Oh yeah? See what I mean? Like these, they call these houses, which I guess they are. But you see how, I mean, even these, they're luxury. $111 million. And it's not the whole thing, it's just one of these. You thought I was kidding? You thought I was joking about insanely expensive? Insanely expensive. It's just one of these. $100 million. Oh, Hong Kong property prices, you guys. Hong Kong property prices. Absolutely insane. Alright, so recently though, there has been a fall in the housing prices. Oh man, luxury developments? This is luxury development. You don't even... I mean, I guess you get a little bit of a lawn. You know, like in most countries, these would be cheap houses. Ooh, hey, historic mansion. Oh, look at that, 166 million? Wow, look at the views. 166 million, not bad. And what's that one? 250 million? Right, so this is kind of like Tu Chin's house. It's about the same scale as Tu Chin's house. So it'd be like a quarter of $250 million. $250 million. Insane. Absolutely insane. Alright, there you go. There you go. So this, like, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm looking at $100 million right there. Just that. It's just that. $100 million. There you go. Ah, crazy, right? Wow. Yeah, the great laugh. Funny, funny, funny. Yeah. But the less funny part of this is, okay, so this is like $250 million, right? But you gotta understand, land prices, like that's the scale that we're talking about. That's the like the that's the benchmark. And so when you see like an apartment block, you have to think that the land underneath is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So the apartment block, if there's several hundred apartments, like each of those apartments would be like $500,000 to $1 million. Crazy, right? I can't get out here. Can I? Can I get out here? Sure. Alright. I have to climb back out. Hold on. How do I leave? Oh, here, right. And can I just jump off here? Okay, so we're gonna come down here and walk along there, maybe? I think this is pedestrian only there. Let's like come down here, walk along there, and then come back up, and then we go up to Victoria Peak. Oops. Alright, so coming down, if I can. So we have some hillside roads that wind back and forth. I think Kennedy Town has the crazy signs though, hold on. Because it's a newer suburb, right? Kennedy Town... Let's go to Kennedy Town. Is that really Kennedy Town? Right, there's the station there. Let's check out. Right, let's go to the main road, Belcher Street. What does the streetscape look like? See, there's not the crazy signs. Daimazhongyun. Huh. Right, this is not the main street. This is one of the side streets. Where's the main street? Kennedy Town Station. Like, what's here? Like, you see the apartments, residential developments, right? So this is one of the older ones. Yeah, no, there's not the crazy signs. Because it's just residential. There's a few shops down here. 7-Eleven is a convenience store. Hmm. If we check this out. Yeah, look, it's all residential up there. There's a few shops down the bottom, but it's not commercial. There's very little commercial activity actually. There's a little terrace up there. I think there's parking underneath, and then apartments above. A little bit of a park, although it doesn't seem very well maintained. And the tramway does come here. And then I guess we can go down to the waterfront as well. No, we can't. Yeah, look. It's all residential. So the crazy signs, not in Kennedy Town, actually. This stuff, the neon signs, actually no, not in this part of Hong Kong. They haven't really captured the character of Kennedy Town properly. This is too commercial. Actual Kennedy Town is a lot more residential. I want to turn this way. Over here. Oh, there's a big ass park over here. That's unusual. Even in Kennedy Town, there's a big ass park. You don't really get parks this big in Hong Kong very often. Again, land prices super expensive. Like a big open space like that, super expensive. Not that common.
You look like you could use a pork bun.
Really?
A man
Alright,
who
so up
never
here-
eats pork buns is never a whole man.
We have a pedestrian area in between some of the residential developments. And you do get this, right? Although maybe not exactly like this. So as we saw earlier, in the pictures, there'll be like car parking underneath, and then there'll be a terrace where it's pedestrians only, and then there'll be the towers above that. And so you have like a terrace and then apartments above you. And so sometimes like inside the developments there'll be pedestrian areas like this. And here you see there's a few shops but not that many. So this is more like Kennedy Town. There's not that much commercial activity. There are some shops, but mostly it's residential and pedestrian. Right, so this part is more plausible. Where should we go? The main street has got too many signs in it. Okay, she was exaggerating, come on. On the map there's a road here. Behind this one?
Hello.
What, behind the wall? Wait a minute. Or here? Alright, I'm gonna go this way. There's apparently some dudes up there. Oh, do we need to look at this? Not really. Apartments, more apartments, everything's apartments. What is loot behind these guys? Can I just get behind these guys and grab the loot? without fighting them.
喐佢！
No, I can't grab him. Oh, he can jump.
我等成個禮拜，就係等呢一嘢啊！小心佢啊！快啊！快！
Then we grab this. Oh, I have $2 million already. $2 million? I can buy 1/100th of a house in Hong Kong.
不予置評。
I can
咁即係點啊？
maybe pay 1 month of rent. Okay, so the peak is quite a way up there. I should probably get a car. Contacts car
Hey.
valet.
It's Wei. I need a car.
A car? 得啦 I'll be there right away.
Where's my guy?
Here you go. Don't wreck it too much, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so up the hill. So in the real Hong Kong, the peak is a bit of a tourist destination. The views are great, of course, up the top of the mountain. There's a tram that goes up to the peak. Not a tram, like a... Wait, hold on, what's going on? Oh, you can... There's a bridge up there. Which way are we going? Oh, hey! Wait a minute. This wasn't in the game. Was it? Yeah, Victoria Peak. They put it in the game, but the story never comes here. That's so interesting. Can we actually get over there? There's a staircase there. I think that's the, the cable car station. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Actually, no, I remember this being a train station. Victoria Peak Station entrance, yeah. So they put the cable car in here, that's interesting. Oh. We can get inside. And this is the cable car station, I think. But they never put any gameplay in this area. Let's check out this architecture. Glass panels. Right, we never came here in the game. Maybe it's one of the side quests that I haven't done. You can date the girls that you've met. I never did that in the playthrough. Fancy fountain and a nice view of Hong Kong, not bad. The real Hong Kong is significantly further away, the buildings, and a lot more of them. The scale is not right. The general composition is kind of right, but the scale is completely off. Much bigger in real life. Oh, that's not actually the Hong Kong flag. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From a distance it looks vaguely like the Hong Kong flag, but it's not. Victoria Peak. Okay, is there anything else aside from the station? Let me look around first, and then we'll go look at the real world. No, there's a lot more stuff in the real world than this. Broadcast tower, or is it a radio tower? Some kind of tower? Where does this go? You never come here in the game though. Huh. There's a bike up here. Oops. Another gun? I don't want that gun. Why did they put this in the game? And the view's not great. Okay, let's go look at this, right? Victoria Peak, Hong Kong? The Peak, Hong Kong. So there's the cable car. Victoria Peak. Victoria Peak from Victoria Gap. What is that? Apartments? Alright. Those are luxury apartments. A hill in the western half of Hong Kong Island known as Mount Austin. And locally the peak only generally. With an elevation, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So they built this. It's like an observation area. I don't know what happens there. Hold on. The Peak Tower is a shopping complex, right? So they built a shopping center up here. Not sure why, because there's like... So you have to take the tramway, you have to take the Peak Tram, a funicular railway, up to here to do shopping. It's like it's there for the location, it's not practical at all, right? You have to go all the way up the mountain to go shopping. It's for people who have too much money. There is a road up to the peak and it's narrow and windy, as you might imagine. We have radio towers, alright. So we do have radio towers in the game as well. The tram station. I mean, we have a tram station in the game, but I don't know if that's anything like the real one. View from the Peak Tower observation deck. You can see Hong Kong laid out before you. So you can see how, compared to the game, there's just a lot more towers. A lot more than what you see in the game. The game's just not big enough. Not big enough and not dense enough. Alright, so that's the peak. Can we see some photos? The fact that the peak tower is not here is interesting. The building might be... there might be copyright on it, so they can't just copy the whole thing into the game. Because like this thing, this shopping center, and there's all of this as well, look at all of that. So there's a lot of stuff on the peak actually. Oh, interesting, look at that. A viewing deck. There's a lot of stuff at the peak because it's a tourist destination. And you would think, oh, it's just a mountain. What are you gonna do up the mountain, right? No, there's a lot of stuff up there. There's shopping. There's all sorts of stuff up on the mountain for you to spend money on because it's Hong Kong after all. In Hong Kong, if you want to spend money, there are definitely ways to spend money. Not sure about making money, but spending money, easy peasy. Right, so a lot of this is the tramway. The peak tram. A funicular tramway, so it's a cable car. It's pulled by cable up the rails. So it goes from Central up to the peak. Oh man, check it out. It's pretty steep too, by the way. And it changes gradient as you go up. Ooh. Right. Cool. Alright, so that's the peak. Really nothing like what is in the game. But at least they put something here, right? I guess that's the tour of Kennedy Town. Is there anything else we need to say? Not really. So Kennedy Town is just a residential suburb, basically. There's a whole lot of residential towers and not much else going on. Okay, so I'm gonna end this here. I will go over... oh, there's a beach over there. Let's not worry about the beach. I'm gonna go over to Aberdeen. There is Aberdeen Island. I'll go over to Aberdeen and then I'm gonna finish off the series with a walk around Aberdeen. Okay, I'll see you next time.